Hello everyone. This is Abhishek here from Group 6, and I'm going to present you about our application Show Me related work. So in this video, I'll be talking about an introduction about our application, the problem that we are trying to tackle here, and the proposed solution, what we have done so far, and I'll be walking you through the demonstration of this application at the end of this video. So currently this is a web-based application that helps in finding the relations and research work done for various papers and visualize them in a graphical format. So currently it's becoming difficult for the researchers to go through all the different papers to find out what work has been done exactly on a particular field, and also to find out the relation, like when they refer some paper in a different in their citation, and when they cite about that paper, so without going through the complete paper, it's hard for them to really understand, like was it a relevant paper or irrelevant paper or what. So another problem that we are trying to do here is they don't have any particular way of visualizing those relations that they have between various papers and citations. So we what we propose here is we are trying to address these solutions by basically crowdsourcing and taking inputs from various researchers from different fields in the form of voting and comments. And also we are presenting the relations and various papers in a graphical format, in nodes and edges, so that it becomes easy for them to understand without really going through the paper. So this will help them to save a lot of time, and it will be more efficient. So I'll start with the demo of this application. So as you can see, this is our home page here. So when a researcher just logs into here, so he has two options. Either he can search the paper by title, author name, or maybe publication year, or he can also click here on the research domains, and he can get a list of research domains here. So the count you can see here is the number of papers that are currently present for a particular domain. So either he can click on one of these, or maybe he can research. So I'll start with clicking on one of the domains here. So suppose I just click on mechanical engineering, and as you can see, these are the list of papers that are currently present in mechanical engineering. So we just try to initially provide with a view in various pages with a count of 10 per page, so users can just try to change it as per their need. So they can select even 100 papers as well, and they can just go through all at once. So I'll just select one of the paper from here, and I'll show you the graphical relation. So suppose I'm just selecting on this paper. So as you can see, there's a graph that generates here when I click on the paper. So the graph here, which shows here in green color, this is the node, and it represents the paper which I clicked previously in the paginated view. So as you can see, these outgoing and incoming links are here. So the blue papers which are in blue color are the ones which are either cited by this paper, or maybe the other papers have cited this. So the outgoing links are the one which have been cited in this main paper, and the incoming links are the one which have referred this paper for their own research work. And in the right side you can see there's a legend box here. So it basically shows the list of all the blue colored nodes. So these are the ones which are either cited or which have been referred by the main paper. So in this you can see we have mentioned the ID, the title of the paper, and the weight associated with that particular link. So this weight is basically the relation. So if I say this is 399839, so this is the relation. So the weight represents this particular relation. So it's basically signifies how many users have upvoted or really thinks it's a good relation among these two. So similarly, so if if the user has lots of nodes appearing here, maybe if the graph is dense and it's getting difficult for him to like see which is the most relevant paper, he can sort it down here. So if he clicks on the weight, so it shows the most weighted relation here. So in that way he can know. Now how to reach out to that paper is, if he clicks here, we have just highlighted here in a yellow color, so that it becomes easier for him to just navigate to that paper and just click on that thing. So a new graph generates, and this is that paper in green. So one more thing which we provided here is incoming and outgoing links. So if the user is only interested in viewing the incoming links, he will just uncheck the outgoing links and he can just see the incoming papers. So it will help to remove the clutterness in the view for him for better understanding. Similarly, we can remove the incoming links and he can just go through the outgoing. And in the same legend here, he can search like whatever so if I'm just searching with the paper, so only this one will come. So this is just a small feature which we provided for user better user experience. Next is, like, we are also maintaining here breadcrumbs. So basically we are maintaining the history of the papers visited by the user till a count of 5. So it's like if a user tried to navigate it to a particular paper, and if he wants to return back and he doesn't remember where he came from, so maybe he can use this to refer his previous paper. So he can just go here and he gets back to his old view. So all this will help him to like have a better research work and keep track of all those things, saving him a lot of time. So now I'll talk about the properties and attributes that we have provided for this particular graph. So as you can see, this green node which represents the main paper in this view. So if you come down, so you can see there's a paper information box. So all these details, the title, author, year, and the URL are specific to this particular paper. So user can just go through these details, and he can even click on the link to directly go to the website for that particular paper, and he can continue his research work. Similarly, for the relations, as I spoke earlier, he gets the option to make it more interactive and contribute to the open community, so from which other researchers can benefit as well. So when I click on this link, it becomes here red, so highlighting that we are talking about this link now. So as we come down, we can see the feedback on relationship for this thing. So you can see the source paper. So the green paper is the source paper here, the destination paper is the blue paper here, and the weight signifies the cumulative result of both upward and downward. So and even we have a comment section here, so even somebody feels that if it's a good paper, or that not if it's not so relevant, or it's less relevant, or it's only relevant to a specific domain, so he can comment all his findings and thoughts in here. So one thing which we took care here was, we didn't want any user to just have fake upvotes or downvotes here, to avoid the misuse of it. So if somebody tries to comment here, so he needs to be first logged in. So we have restricted that thing. So once he is logged in here by signing in, then only he can do that. So for a user, he can just log in with either Facebook or LinkedIn. We can change this to any third-party provider we want. So once we have logged in here, so I can come here and I can just comment it out here, best paper, and yeah, so the paper is updated here. So similarly, we have also provided the search feature. So if the user directly wants to search for a particular paper, for example, I'll just search security issues in cloud computing, so and search it. So you can see the list of papers that come here. So he can just navigate to whatever paper he wants, and then he can just go to the same view. So this one appears as a single node because it doesn't have the relevant papers associated. So it just depends on the data, like whatever data is there, based on that it just forms the graph. So we have tried to make it as much user interactive as possible. So as a future enhancement, what we thought is we can use kind of machine learning to prompt the user based on his past history and the domain he's trying to search for, and maybe present him with the most upvoted or most weighted link and all. So it will be helpful for saving his time in his research work. So that was all about our application. Thank you.